Hi guys, this video is all about day 1 of the 5-day Salkantay trek to Machu Picchu. In my last video, I kind of gave you a brief summary or teaser, if you will, of what you can expect from the overall 5-day experience to Machu Picchu. I'll put that link above. There are obviously many different tour companies you can choose from. I personally chose Conde.travel Adventures, and I definitely recommend them, especially if you can get the tour guide Hugo. He's awesome. You will meet him in a sec. So without further ado, let's start back in Cusco, Peru on day 1.
Good morning guys, it is early in the morning and I'm about to head off to my trek to Machu Picchu with my friend Morgan. Really excited. Oh, where's the car? Oh. So it's gonna be about a few hour drive just to get to where we start the trek before we hike for 5 days. So I'm gonna skip all that because it's pretty boring and I get car sick. So I'll see you when we start the trek. Whew. All right. We have just begun our trek, starting at 3,660 meters. Already out of breath and we just started. But this is the start. We're doing the Salkantay trek. So typically people will actually do the Inca Trail because that is the original one that the Incas found the way to Machu Picchu. But to do that trek, you actually have to book months in advance. So we're doing this trek instead. It's supposed to be really beautiful though. Morgan, what do you think so far?
I'm dying.
It's been like 2 minutes since we started. So way over here, right underneath the snowy mountain, that's apparently where our first campsite is, and that's where we're gonna sleep tonight. Come on, let's raise the sun. I got a bag of cocoa leaves. Apparently it's not enough. This is supposed to help my altitude because I swear the mountain's already moving for me. So you're supposed to just like keep this in your mouth. And just oh, this is like bunny food.
So we started here in Cusco and we drove all the way to Salkantay. Here we started our trek. It was about 3 hours till we arrived at our first campsite. Now maybe 3 hours of hiking doesn't really seem like much, but when you're at this kind of altitude, it can really kick your ass from the start. So tomorrow we're hiking right there where all that snow is. It looks pretty crazy. Morgan, what do you think about hiking over there? Oh, that snow is.
It's gonna be very cold and slippery.
Yeah, I didn't exactly prepare very well.
We let it fly. We learn until the day we die. So let your love run.
All right, we just set up our tents. We're gonna stay here. This is our new home for the night. Come look at our place. There's Morgan.
Welcome to our humble abode.
Oh, so cute. This is where we're gonna have some lunch. So for lunch, we've got some corn soup.
When you travel with a tour company, they actually provide you with warm meals. A major blessing, especially when this was going to be the coldest night of our entire trek. Salkantay is one of the most important mountains in the area and very well respected by the Incas.
We're hiking up right now to a beautiful lake. It's kind of a dead silent trek right now though. There's quite a few people going up, but it just gets higher and higher in altitude. I think we're going like 3,000 feet higher than we were just at. And it is a bit brutal. We're all moving like snails.
Hiking up this mountain was very difficult. Not a lot of oxygen, but pretty standard for the Incas back in the day. Ancient people used to live in harmony with nature and considered, for example, the spirits of the mountains to be alive. When there was good weather and beautiful mountains, the ancient people were happy, so they gave offerings to the spirits of the mountains to show their gratitude.
So there's a little thing up here. What is it exactly?
It's an Inca symbol.
It's an Inca symbol that they carried all the way up this mountain, this little circle up here.
Oh,
That's crazy.
But in time, the mountains seemed to get angry, or in other words, there were changes in weather patterns and natural disasters. For the Incas, this was a sign that maybe the spirits of the mountains were unhappy with what they were doing, so in response, perhaps they started doing human sacrifices.
So in times they climb up to the mountain and bury that person alive, about 8 or 16 years old, depending the age, just depending, who is the person that's offering by herself or himself to be sacrificed and save his town or her town.
When they would take the girl up into the mountains, they would give her lots of beautiful plants, dress her up from head to toe in jewelry, feed her chicha, which is Inca beer, and coca leaves, so that she could sleep. If you have a large enough quantity of pure coca, it's enough to completely numb your entire body.
I've got a lot of cocoa leaves shoved in my mouth to help from altitude. This is definitely the highest I've ever been in my life. So, and to answer your question, yes, if I were to do a drug test, it would show up that I have a lot of cocaine in my system. Because probably this entire trek, I'm gonna have cocoa leaves in my mouth.
When they found the bodies up in the mountain, the surprise, it was like the preservation, it was amazing. Skin, all like, just like looking at a real person, like sleeping. The ice has preserved very well the body.
Morgan and I just made it to the lake, and it's so beautiful. It's actually really warm up here. Like, you can wear your sports
They
bra.
said it was gonna be really, really freezing.
Yeah.
So I wore multiple layers of pants, like 4 coats.
Yeah, I'm wearing 2 layers of pants, and it's really actually super nice up here.
We were in love, I swear we were. We were like fireworks left to burn. It's easy to pretend we're better off as friends. So don't take us back to how we were. We always do.
This is Humantay Lake, a Quechua expression, the official language of the Incas, that means the head of the mountain.
It's a mysterious lake. There's a mermaid living here.
No joking.
No, I'm not joking.
Oh.
Honestly.
Stay another night with you. Stay another night with you. Stay another night, no, stay another night. Don't let me.
The local people, they say that when they come here, this place, not now, but before at the very beginning, they were coming 2 or 3 people to fish, for fishing. But as soon as they were reaching the lake, clouds were just covering the place.
Wow.
Mystically. And then a mermaid was singing, an Inca mermaid. They never saw her, but they talk about it. Then a lot of people came, and the mystic is gone, it's vanished.
So we woke up in Cusco at around 11,000 feet, started hiking from Chalcaconcha at 12,700 feet, and got as high up to Humantay Lake at 13,900 feet. Total distance traveled today is around 11 miles, or 18 kilometers, which is about 6 hours of hiking. Now, if you are not interested in doing the full 5-day Salkantay trek, but you do still want to see Humantay Lake, there is an option for a 1-day tour. I'll put links in the description of this video to those sites. Save you some energy. Tomorrow is going to be the toughest day of our entire trek as we hike up to the Salkantay Pass. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and that you're going to come back for day 2.